Well, if you guys don't know, Joe Joyce has ruled out retirement, and he's let the world know that he is still around for a few more fights. He's 39 years of age. He lost to Philip Hergovic, and let me counterpunch. Joe Joyce, I think, should keep fighting. However, do I want to see him take damage? No. But is it my call? No. I didn't want to see Derek Chisora get knocked out by Dillian White either. I think Derek Chisora, in fact, came back to fight Parker, and I think he beat Parker. Okay, so Derek Chisora, the first fight, beat Parker, in my opinion. Then he goes and fights and gives Alexander Usyk one hell of a fight when he came to the heavyweight division. And all of this is after I wanted him to retire. I wanted him to retire when he got knocked out by Dillian White. Because I'm like, dude's enough, but no. Sure, he got beat by Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. He beat Jarrell Washington. He beat Kubrat Pulev. He beat Otto Weiland. He beat Joe Joyce. He beat a lot of fighters since then. I think what we need to look at is honesty, result. And I think the result is if you win, people will tolerate you more. Okay, that's what I see. Look at Derek Chisora. He's won like 4 straight since the loss to Tyson Fury, right? When Tyson Fury blessed him with an opportunity to fight for the WBC strap. Right. But then at the same time, Joe Joyce, I think, just needs to keep winning, or start winning, rather, because he got beat by Derek Chisora. He's been beaten by Philip Hergovic now. And, a lot of people are now saying, hey, you need to retire. But I think if he would have beat Hergovic, people wouldn't have said that at all. And all honesty, I think Joe Joyce is a dude that eventually was going to be in his situation anyway, based on the way he fights. He's slow. I think he's actually learning more defense, so that's better for him. So that'll benefit him, especially getting older. He's fighting smarter instead of harder. That means he's going to avoid some of these big-ass shots versus what he used to take when he wasn't. Right? So that's a good thing. But, of course, he's going to get hit. He's in the game. It's all about, learning how to dance in the rain instead of learning how to not get wet. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen with Joe Joyce. But understand, Joe Joyce is just like, hey, I'm still fighting. I'm still want to get paid. I like what I do. And that's it. And, you can't be mad at that. At all. You can't be mad at that at all. Because that's something that he likes to do. If I think if it came down to Joe Joyce fighting or not, is he a little punch drunk? Probably. Yeah. You know what I mean? But based on the 2 Zhang fights, the Daniel Dubois fight, the Joseph Parker fight, a lot of fights that, he's been in and took punches, ate them shits, and kept on banging. And nobody really cared at that time. Now they see the loss. Now people are starting to really kind of look into, investigate that speech is kind of, slow. Yeah. Where he'll just lose focus. He'll be thinking about saying something. And he'll just be like, yeah, I think that. It's not funny, people. But look, I laughed when I think about it because he just don't mind me, guys. I'm silly. But seriously, when those things happen, you really have to take into consideration that could be from, getting punched too much. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Joe Joyce refusing to retire. He's got a lot more. You guys tell me what you think. In fact, I'll make a poll for that as well. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.